Wow, that looks so good. I think it looks like a green screen, but actually that is my actual surroundings. I'm here at one of the schools, one of the main headquarter kind of campuses. It's a sub-district to Kolat. I think Kolat's the big district, and I go there sometimes. My presence, an ostensibly eligible foreign man at the main campus, did attract attention. Did not escape the ladies' attention there, and Fawn got a whole bunch of brownie points, but also concern from other people that they might be interested in stealing me. By the way, I've been for sale before. No, I wasn't for sale, but a lady did offer to purchase me from Fawn. Apparently, I'm worth 5,000 baht. Anyways, but see, now I'm going down a negative hole again. Look at that. That's bad, Rob. No, the intention for this is to do some. I want to do some positive content. I'm really happy here, and I make this channel to help people avoid the pitfalls. I mean, if you're a quiet guy, and if you're like a reader or a studier or a student type personality, which I think I am, if you're very kind of internally focused as I am because of all the physical issues I'm battling and slowly winning, I think, but my God, is it hard. Yesterday I just did push-ups, just easy and not to failure, just push-ups, not to failure, just an exercise day, not even necessarily a muscle building day, just some freaking push-ups. And I got like serious elbow pain on my left elbow, and 2 days before that my right elbow was all effed up. Now the right elbow was because I was doing shoulders, and I was doing a new shoulder exercise that I saw Jay Cutler do. Jay Cutler, the bodybuilder, not Jay Cutler, the Canadian football player. They have the same name. Those two guys should work on that. That is a go-to guy for advice on training, doing a movement correctly or something like that. Not that I want to bodybuild anymore. Those days are done. I can't support the weight, even if I wanted to. Anyhow, so I digress. So yeah, I mean, positive content. So I mean, I'm a happy guy. I mean, I'm living here on very cheap. I mean, you got to and I'm kind of a worst case scenario because I didn't have any real rational choice. I mean, I could have chosen to stay married. It was my choice if I stayed married or not. My ex-wife kind of offered me that choice. It wasn't a good choice though, and I don't need to drag all that up. It doesn't matter. But for your perspective, you might be looking at this. Maybe you feel you don't have a choice. You kind of need a divorce, which sucks. You put all that time and energy and money and everything in your heart and everything into it, and then you're like, this is what I got. This is all I got. I'm getting this little frickin' morsel here. After all, I gave like a wheelbarrow full of gold, and this is really, you know what? That's not working for Rob. That's not working for Rob at all. Maybe that's not working for you either. So divorce. I was forced to retire. I had every doctor telling me, you are done on a bun. You were done 2 years ago. You're an idiot. You're going to be in a wheelchair. You got to frickin' stop. Okay, so fine. No access to health care. No work. Can't get health care. In the U.S., health care is tied to your job. I can't work. Nobody would want me anyways. If I truthfully, I'd have to lie on an employment form through my teeth, and I'm sure if they catch you lying, I'm sure there's something bad happens to you down the road too. Thailand's great, and the Isan region's great. I mean, it is. It really is. You're about 5 times wealthy here in this region, in suburban Kolat, in probably one of the poorer general regions of Thailand. Now, the little tiny microcosm I live in is actually a little wealthy spot. That collects cool air. And I'm not kidding. When I leave my little happy village on a really hot day, which will be like 105 or something, and no humidity or not, 105 is still hot, even for me, and I tolerate the heat quite well, I think because of the rapid 50-pound weight loss. In 1 year, I lost 50 pounds of fat, kept most of my muscle, and I think my body was used to being insulated. All that blubber does insulate. I was like a seal. I could have laid on an iceberg probably all day, been comfortable. Eat some fish, hang out, why not? No, I leave that little spot and it's noticeably hotter. So I'm in a really comfortable, literally comfortable little spot that almost never gets oppressively hot where I actually live. And I would encourage you to shop around and find spots where cool breezes and shade and whatnot tend to collect and the humidity isn't. And you can. That was pure blind luck on my end. I also got lucky because I was planning this Muay Thai trip before the divorce and before the forced retirement, and and that's fawn in the background. She does look cute though. Cute little tight pants there. So by pure coincidence, I was playing this Muay Thai trip and it didn't work out, and I just cashed in the round trip part and just made it a one way and just went here because I was already trained. I was already studied the language for about a year and a half part time through Kuryusini actually. So I've known her for like 3 years. She's one of my best friends in Thailand. Um, Anyhow, so no, the Isan region's been great to me. I find the women very attractive. Hello, Fawn. You want to say hello?
Hello, how are you?
โอ้เก่งมาก
สบายดีไหม
สบาย
Thank you for subscribe.
โอ้ดีมาก my loyal fan, my loyal helper. Really, she helps me with everything. No, but the Isan women are beautiful, and the good Isan ladies. I just did a video on that, and you can find them. You can. I mean, guys say, oh, they're not there anymore. And I was at a bar, and two guys who were hitting on the wait staff that were not giving any indication they were appreciating it at all, but they kept going. They were I'm going to say two tone deaf expats, which is not uncommon here. Were telling me how they're all gone. Yeah, you can't get them anymore. That's all gone. Yeah, for you, I believe that, pal. I believe that all day long. I think for you, that's true. It's gone. Yes. So, but no, you can still find them. I mean, Fawn and all her friends, I mean, all her close friends are really nice ladies. I think they're all taken, except a couple. She's got one really pretty one that's still single, and she's a nice lady. I'll guarantee it. I'll give you a money back guarantee. She's a nice person. I really know her actually quite a bit. In her late 20s, just starting to thinking of settling down. And she doesn't want somebody that old. She wants a younger guy. I think she wants a guy like 40 or something. No, the Isan region. I mean, I like the weather. And I'm sure there are parts of Hua Hin and other places that get some nice breeze and stuff, so it's not so bad. But I'll just say, every time I've been to Pattaya and Jomtien Beach and Koh Samui Island, which is all kind of all near each other, so it's not a geographically wide sampling, but in that area, every time, it's hotter and more humid there. And the temperature is about the same. The temperature might be a couple degrees lower, but the humidity more than makes up for it several times over. And I'm struggling to keep a positive mindset and stay comfortable there. And here, I almost never. It's almost never an issue. I might resort to wearing sleeveless shirts, and in the prime middle of the day, that's my nap time anyways, and I might turn the air on for 2 hours in the middle of the day or something. But that's like only in the peak of the hot season, which is right now, do I do that. And so I will wear my full-on uniform for a little bit. Generally, 99% of the time, 95% of the time, only in the village, and then typically during the hot season. Although in the village, there's the rules just don't apply. There's no, I can look nice all the time and it would look great and all that, but there isn't the same kind of need. I'm not causing Fawn to lose any face when I don't dress very nicely and I just dress comfortable by the heat or because I'm exercising or taking a walk. And taking a walk for me is like a stair climber for you guys. It's an enormous amount of it takes every ounce of physical strength I have to walk quote unquote correctly per my doctors. I get to do what I want. I get to be me. I get to study this interesting culture. I get kind of immersed, and I feel like at this point, and there's a pretty sharp guy that comments almost daily on our channel. I won't say anything more to out him or anything, but he was talking about how like the whole three circles thing. He kind of alluded to the fact, I took it as anyways. You can kind of work your way in maybe over time, or you certainly get closer over time, more acceptance over time. Absolutely, that's true in my experience. I can see over time, and I had a big blow up with a relative, and I'm still here, and the relative there was a big relative in the family, and that person kind of got downgraded a little bit. I could see by how things were happening and who was going to their properties frequently or not, or wherever and whatnot. I could see. I noticed things. I do have life experience. I'm almost 60, just like you guys, and I could see. She took a good hit for that, and I think things have just gotten back to normal, and that's been like 6 months ago. So I don't think she'll do that again anytime soon, and I don't want to either. Anyhow, so the Isan region, I mean, they're really tolerant. I get to be me. Man, the cost of living is so great. The weather, I mean, it really does work for me. So, yeah, I mean, so please take this with a grain of salt. I mean, yeah, I mean, all the stuff I report on here, absolutely true. Absolutely stuff 90% of what I put on here is stuff I've personally witnessed, which is kind of shocking considering I don't know that many people, maybe 50. I probably only know 50 or 100 Thais, and probably 100. You know more people than you realize, but I probably know 100 Thais in total or something. And some of them are quite plugged into the culture, so I know a lot of what's going on. And it's interesting. I will say this to some of the guys that when they comment, oh, that doesn't happen here, that doesn't happen in my region, Rob, that's got to be just your region. One, I'm sure some of that's true. Some of that's just, happens, the happenstance of whatever, your life is determined more by the people right immediately next to you than the region you live in, the same way in the States or anywhere else. But, okay, some of that's true, but some of that, I think they just don't know. Like, there was a huge thing that, and I'm not going to say what it was, but there was a huge, awful thing here involving sex on a widespread basis in a city I'm affiliated with. Okay, I'm not even going to say which city. It was huge and it was god awful. None of the other Falang around here heard about one word of it. I knew all about it. I learned a new word. I'm not going to even say that, but so it's because they kept saying this word, and it's like a lot of Thai words are like a compound word. It'll be two syllables, two sounds, and you can use like hen duai. It means hen is see, seeing something. I see it, not look. It means see. You can go looking for something but not see it. Hen is see, and then duai is as well. See as well, which means when you say those together, it means I agree with you. Agreement. See as well. Hen duai. And it was like that, and I'm like, I knew the two separate words though this word was made out of, but I'd never heard them put together before, and it kind of didn't make sense. And then I said, hey, what's this word mean? And I got a quick, don't say that, don't say that. Don't. And I'm like, you guys are saying it. I'm like, tuk kon put leo. Everyone else said it already. And the lady that was cluing me in on this is like, and then she whispers in English, she goes, it means dot, 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 dot. I'm like, her husband was in the next room. He never heard of it. I asked him, and I deliberately waited, like 2 or 3 weeks later, I asked him, hey, what about the blah, blah, blah? He goes, I haven't heard a word about that. His wife clued me in, but I could hear it in Thai. I could hear, and I don't want to imply that I hear all Thai, because I don't. There's many conversations I understand 10% of. They say it so quickly. Again, they're not speaking Thai where I live. They speak Thai Kolat. And they speak with such various and thick accents. Some people have an almost Germanic sound when they speak. It's or Arabic. It's real phlegmy. They put real phlegmy, and I can't get what they say at all. I can't get that. I don't know where that comes. I have no idea what region that comes from. I know nothing about that. All I know is when I hear someone speaking like that, at this point, I hardly even try to understand them. It's just like, what the hell? And then other people are super nasally. Fawn isn't too bad. I'm kind of used to her speech pattern. I'm kind of used to her accent. But like Kru Yusni speaks so clearly, just poot chot. She speaks so clearly, and nobody around here, maybe 2 people speak like she does, clearly like she does. So it's super hard to understand them. And if they feel that I'm following the conversation a little too much, and they were in a little bit of Thai, they'll switch to heavier Thai Kolat, and they'll just, and I'm out. Because like hen duai in Thai is genunde in Thai Kolat. Do those 2 words sound similar to you? Yeah, no. So Thai Kolat's really different. Anyhow, they should call it not Thai Kolat. They should just call it Kolat or something, because it sounds like it's a super similar language, and it's not. Anyhow, so some of the I guess that would be a negative. Some of the culture, they don't like sharing the language. They're not real big on sharing the language. Fawn's been chewed out twice for teaching me. And they said it in a way, probably all Thai Kolat, I'm sure, because they knew me. Both ladies knew me. I had no idea what they were saying. And they do like doing that. They like gossiping right in front of you. They do enjoy doing that. But in general, though, fine. I mean, gossip's a big thing here, and that's their thing. So I overlook that, and I don't have a problem with that because, for the little TV that they watch, the little of other things that they really do, gossip is like their big, big, big pastime. So, are they really going to include us in that? I get included a fair bit, and if I ask Fawn, she's very good about it. She'll clue me in on exactly what's happening. I feel she's always told me the truth. She's been very JD with me on that. JD is good-hearted. That's a word you want to know. That's a big word here. It's very important that a Thai person can maintain their appearance of being JD. If you take that from them, you've taken an awful lot. You should know that. You should not do that lightly at all. You should never really do that unless it's something god awful has happened. Anyhow, no, this is my apologizing for sounding negative. Keep in mind, it's like I've driven a really bad road or a really dangerous, it's like I've driven a foreign road. And I know you're coming behind me in your car. And I'm warning you where the potholes are. That's a lot of what the channel does. But please don't take that to mean that I'm not happy here or that the Thais are not great. And look at it this way, I have zero regret for settling here over, again, other choices would have been good choices. I'm sure I could have built a happy little corner for myself in Laos or Cambodia, Philippines, Vietnam. And Da Nang, Vietnam was real close. That was almost a coin toss at the end. That was real hard for me, but I already spoke a tiny bit of like basic Thai, like just, I knew like where to ask where the bathroom was and to say hi. And I couldn't ask someone how old they are, which is a common, after the first couple greetings, you get into how old you are pretty quick because it's really important in Thai culture for pecking order. Because you need to do the why or not after you know them. And that's all by age purely. So, other than a big high status guy, you might do that maybe, I think. I'm not sure, but I think maybe you do. Yeah, so no, I'm really comfortable here. The travel back and forth is going to be a real pain. I probably underestimated how difficult the travel is, even for a once-a-year trip back home with my physical issues. That's going to be, and I also thought I was going to heal. I had planned to heal by last year, and that ain't happening. So, under miscalculation on my part. No, this has been really nice. Here we're in the peak of hot season. I'm comfortable. You see, I'm not perspiring. I mean, I'm in the shade. I'm not going to stand around in the sun, but I don't stand around in the sun back in Michigan either. I don't feel like I get any more red or sun damage on my skin either here than back home. The sun's hotter. It's way hotter. But in terms of how my skin reacts to it, I haven't noticed. Like, I'm really surprised that I'm not more tan. Like, I'm really not that tan. Hope it doesn't mean like a sickness or something. Guys get really pale, then you find out they have a heart attack later. I hope it isn't like that. But normally I'm more tan. But anyhow, no, please don't let me scare you away from Thailand. It's very nice, and your personal safety is really good here. There's virtually no risk of violent crime, particularly in the Isan region. I leave valuable items on my front porch all the time. I left my earbuds, my Apple AirPod Pro 2s, at a restaurant and went back that night, and actually had a young Thai kid run back and get them for me, and they were there. They held them for me. So, I mean, back in the U.S., that's dodgy at best. You know that. Even in a nice neighborhood, quote unquote, it's dodgy. $300 set of earbuds that you could Bluetooth to your phone. There's no security code on those. I mean, unlikely you'd get those back. But here I did. And the Tuk D, which is owned by Ad Kalabao, by the way. That's pretty badass. They store bags of charcoal, which are 40 baht each or more, and stuff like that, all out in the front, cases of water. Nobody steals anything there. Very rare to have any theft of things like that. Now, if you don't lock your house up and you go for a week and you got really expensive valuables inside, you'll get broken into, possibly. That is a thing here, but that could happen in the States. It happens in the States, too. Anyway, so please come to Thailand. Don't let me scare you away. It's all good. I promise. I'll try to be more positive in the future. Bye. Thank you for supporting my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.